Hello and welcome to my home. I'm Kelsey if you are new here. We are in full Christmas preparation mode. The countdown is on. I'm trying to savor this season because we all know time is a thief, and in a blink, it's over. We are heading out the door to grab a few things needed for Christmas gifts this morning, a full day of projects ahead. So join me as I create a simple gift basket filled with handmade items from my kitchen. We make beeswax wraps, whipped honey, Christmas cutout cookies, and gather a few things from my pantry to give to others. I'm also sharing everything I got from my kiddos this Christmas. The first place we are heading to this morning is Horning's Country Store. I brought you all here a few months back. It's a Mennonite store, has a ton of kitchen type items, and they have this very large wall of cookie cutters, which is the main reason I'm here today, so that we have some Christmas shapes for our cutout cookies. The kids also saw these farm shapes, and we had to get those too. I also came here looking for some sprinkles for our cookies. I was hoping to find some dye-free, like natural sprinkles. I did not. I looked all over the place, and it's too late to order any now. So we're just going to try and use these sparingly. I don't love using anything that has dye in it, but we make these one time a year, and I don't want to deprive my kids of putting sprinkles on their cutout cookies. Next, we headed over to Dollar General. They always have good deals on cookie tins and gift boxes and the like. I wanted to grab some of these for giving some cookies away to family and friends, and also to put together our gift baskets today. Okay, we just got in the door. It is windy today. It's much warmer today than it has been, but it is very windy, so I'm a little bit disheveled. Let me put my jacket away. Okay, that whole trip took a bit longer than I wanted it to. I had to keep going to other places because I couldn't find what I was looking for. So at Dollar General, I ended up getting a whole bunch of these cookie tins. I want to give some cutout cookies away to neighbors with a Christmas card and some people at church. So I picked up quite a few of those cookie tins. They're like between $1 and $3, so I think that's pretty reasonable. What else did I get? I also picked up some of these boxes. So we're going to be working on some projects today in the kitchen to give as gifts, and I plan on just kind of putting together a little gift box of some of my homemade items, some of my pantry items that I have. So I just plan on using these little boxes here, and I'm just going to put some tissue paper in here and then stack some things in here, keeping it really simple this year. So we got all that stuff. I gotta clean up some area here in the kitchen so we have a workspace. First, my husband's gonna be home from work for lunch any moment, so I need to get his lunch together, and then we'll get started. I finally have everything situated. Everyone's taken care of, so we can move on to this first little project. I'm gonna make some beeswax wraps. If you're not familiar with these, you would use them in place of saran wrap. I'm gonna put these in my Christmas baskets for everyone this year. And the way these work, the warmth from your hand will just melt the beeswax ever so slightly so that it conforms, somewhat adheres to whatever container you need it to and becomes airtight. I love the way these look, and I love that there's no plastic involved. So you can use linen, you can use cotton, and then I just have some beeswax here. We're gonna melt down. I'm gonna show you how to make one of these. A few things we need to have ready. Some cookie sheets lined with parchment paper, and we're gonna need to melt our beeswax. I'm gonna use my little makeshift double boiler here, just a little sauce pot, about 1 inch of water in here. I'm gonna bring this to a simmer, and then I will add my heat safe bowl over the top to melt my beeswax. I just have a mixture of beeswax in here I've used on various projects. You just want to make sure that the water is not touching the bottom of the bowl. So we need those things, and of course we need some fabric. I've got a whole bunch of different kinds here. I am using cotton today, and size is totally up to you. I have some different size squares here. If you would want to use any of these wraps for on like a 9 by 13, then you'll have to cut for that size, but do keep in mind, whatever size you cut will need to fit on your cookie sheet. You will need a paintbrush now. Get a cheap one. It will not be good for anything else after this. So I have my beeswax here, for the most part melted. I'm just gonna get started. And I have my fabric here on my parchment lined cookie sheet. I'm just gonna take this and try and get it as close here to the burner as possible so it don't drip everywhere. And you're just gonna start brushing it on. Don't worry if it starts to solidify and isn't looking even. That's what the oven is for. We're gonna throw this in the oven and it's going to remelt. It's gonna saturate the fabric, and then we are gonna hang it to dry. You can see how it's super uneven right now. We're gonna stick this in the 200-degree oven for 3 minutes, and then you'll see what it looks like here. Okay, 3 minutes has passed. You can see it's very wet looking now. So you just wanna make sure you take the paintbrush. If you see any like really thick spots, brush that out. You wanna check the other side as well. Use a pair of tongs. Check that out. Everything looks really saturated. So I'm gonna call that one good. Now, the proper thing to do would be to hang this up somewhere like with clothespins. I don't really have anywhere to do that. So my method is carefully take each corner, allow the excess to drip off there, hold it up a little bit higher so it doesn't get the heat, and it'll honestly be dry in about 20 seconds. So after hanging for about 20 to 30 seconds, this is what we're left with. No longer splotchy. It's now fairly rigid and completely dry. So now, like if you have any loose fraying edges, now would be a good time to clean them up. But like other than that, that's all you have to do. Simple as that. These are ready to use. Now I'm just going to fold them up. I'm gonna stack two together, tie a little Christmas ribbon around them to make them look nice and festive, and they will be ready for my gift baskets. I love giving homemade vanilla extract for Christmas gifts. Now this one, while very easy to do, takes a bit of time. I started on this about 6 months ago now. I actually included this in a video. I have a whole tutorial on how to do this. If you're interested, I can link that video here on the screen and down in the description. In my opinion, there's nothing like homemade vanilla extract. It is far superior to what you can get in the store. These vanilla beans infused in some spiced rum, and my oh my, does it smell amazing. I'm even thinking this would be a great perfume. I might start doing that. A cute little label to finish them off. You could put a Christmas ribbon around these. Now, the people who we are giving gifts to, we give to each of the couples in our family, and everyone is in the kitchen, loves to cook, is baking, so all of these baskets are kind of themed towards the home cook. I have a surplus of different jellies and apple butter, strawberry butter, so I figured I would share in the abundance, just dressing them up with some Christmas type fabric. Now this next thing is not really geared towards the kitchen, but I made it myself and I have a whole bunch of it, and that is some tallow balm infused with frankincense and rose oil, and I know all of the ladies in our family would really enjoy this. I do have a video on how to do this as well. I can link that too. You all know my love for red mint salt. I purchased it in bulk, so I have a whole bunch of it, and I figured I would share that as well. It's mineral rich and good for you, and I think when using this, it makes everything taste better. This next homemade item is so simple although it looks very gourmet, and requires one ingredient, and that is honey. We're going to make whipped honey or creamed honey. All you do is put some honey into your mixer and let it do the work for you. You let it whip for at least 10 minutes, up to 20 minutes, it just depends. And you can enhance it if you'd like. I'm going to add just a little bit of vanilla and a dash of cinnamon. Now, whipped honey should stay whipped for several months. If you have an issue with it separating, then most likely you did not whip it long enough. You might be wondering, why would I want to do this rather than just eat honey normally? By doing this and whipping in the air, the texture is much creamier, smoother, and fluffier. It does transform the taste a little bit. It is less intensely sweet and just a bit more mild. The texture makes it perfect for topping on biscuits, toast, pancakes, waffles, muffins, fruit, or even try adding it to your coffee. Something else I'm working on is Christmas cards. I like to send these along with our gifts. Just gives a personalized touch. You can send along a little note. I'm also working on these for our church family. Each Christmas, we set up a box at church, and you can bring in all of your Christmas cards, saves on postage, which is really nice, and we exchange as a church family. I love that they do this. It seems to me less and less people send out Christmas cards each year, and that is a very fond memory I have growing up, getting all of the Christmas cards we'd receive in the mail and putting them on display on the mantle at my parents' house or putting them on a string. I love that. So I'm curious, do you still send out Christmas cards? But speaking of fond memories, one of my favorite Christmas memories is making cutout cookies with my mom and my Nana each year, and I'm carrying on that tradition with my kiddos. I'm going to include some cutouts in each of my gift baskets. So this is actually my Nana's recipe, and I will include it down in the description as well. For a single batch, it is 2 cups of sugar. I used organic cane sugar. It'd be 1 cup of butter, 3 cups of flour, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and 3 eggs. We'll mix all of the ingredients together, and this dough rests in the fridge overnight. I remember my Nana coming over. We'd have a full day of baking cookies. We'd have a station for rolling out and cutting out. We'd have a station for the sprinkles. And by the end of the day, we'd all be covered in flour. Cookies were everywhere, as well as in our bellies. We had lots of laughs, and good memories were made. I am upstairs. I have myself locked away in my room so I can share with you what I got my kiddos for Christmas this year. They're downstairs. I have them set up with a movie and snacks. Gift giving is like my most favorite part of the season. I love giving gifts. I also really like these types of videos where you can see what someone else is purchasing. I honestly just get curious, but also I like the inspiration. If not for this year, then perhaps for next year or for birthdays in between or what have you. So Matt and I set a budget of about $150 for each child at Christmas. That, depending on what you are buying, will either get you very little or quite a bit. I am someone who shops sales, and I start my Christmas shopping pretty early because I do watch all of the sales. So I started in September this year, and I kind of have a general idea of what I want to get them, what they're into right now, what will keep them busy this time of year. We're stuck inside a whole lot more. And then as I see things go on sale, I will snag them. So this year, I think each of the kids ended up with like 10 items. 10 items and 1 like joint gift. So we're gonna start with Mr. Grant Sam. He is 3 and he loves anything with wheels. He loves building things and really just putting things in their place. He's very organized. So he loves magnet tiles. This is his bigger gift this year. we have a set. He plays with them nearly every day. He makes garages and airplane hangars and trains and buildings and all sorts of stuff with them. And he's always asking for more because he wants to build bigger things. So I got him this nice big set here. It has some items in it that we don't have, like windows. I think there is a train base with wheels on it. So he is going to love this. And like I said, this time of year, when we are stuck inside, we've been stuck inside the last week. It has been raining nonstop. We get out, of course, to feed the animals and such, but we need a lot of busy toys this time of year, and I don't always just want to resort to screens, especially while I'm working. So these things come in handy. So that's his big item. He loves monster trucks so much. He has a whole bunch of them, but I mean, he plays with them constantly. He doesn't have any mini monster trucks though. So I snagged this up on, it was like a Target Circle deal. I think normally it's somewhere around between $20 and $30, and I got it for like $8.99. So it's this little mini monster truck scorpion tail launcher, which he will absolutely love. And to go with this, I got some more little mini monster trucks. Keeping with the monster truck theme, this is another busy toy. We love Legos in this house. We have a ton of sets of Legos. My kids are really great at open-ended play, very imaginative, and they will take these sets and they will reconfigure them a million times. But this is a fun thing for us. There's always Lego sets on Christmas, if not from us or my parents or somebody else. And it's just kind of like a Christmas thing now where we build Legos on Christmas. So he got this, it's a monster truck. Again, loves these things. And I think I got this one on sale again, somewhere around $8. We also love Melissa and Doug. I think they have great toys, things they can play with over and over again. So this is something that Grant actually saw, and I don't want the window to glare too much on it, but it's like this magnetic picture set slash game, a whole bunch of different scenery with a bunch of little figurines and animals and tractors and things like that, where you can just set it up. And like I said, he likes putting things in their place, and he likes creating silly scenes. So I think this will be something he will really enjoy playing with. Play-Doh. We use a whole lot of Play-Doh here. I think we probably have 8 sets, but my kids will honestly play with them every day. And they seem to never get tired of them. So we just keep adding more Play-Doh. It's another great busy toy this time of year. So he got this dino Play-Doh set. Both of my kids have always loved dinosaurs, and we have a lot of them, but they're set up doing different things every day. Yesterday they had a dinosaur picnic where they set them all up in a big circle on a blanket, and they took their fake food and set it up for them. So they're always playing with their dinosaurs, so we're adding to them every now and again, especially when I see these on sale, because I think these are entirely overpriced. I think this one, again, was somewhere around $7.99 on clearance. So I don't even know how you say that. Pachyrhinosaurus, something like that. I honestly think they're just making up dinosaur names now. I don't know if you've ever looked at the Jurassic World dinosaurs that they sell at Walmart or Target, but there are some really off-the-wall names. Way more names than I remember from when I was a kid playing with dinosaurs. But we've got this one for Mr. Grant. This I actually haven't even opened yet, but Eleanor recently had a birthday. Her birthday's in October, and we have chickens, as you all know. They love their chickens. They're their pets. They're with them outside nearly every day. And we got Eleanor a cute little chicken shirt. Hers has 5 chickens on it, and they all look really sassy, and they have sunglasses on. I got it from Etsy, but Grant was kind of sad he didn't have a chicken shirt. So I got this one for him from Etsy, which I thought was totally cute. Whole bunch of different breeds of chickens on there. So he will love this. The last two things I got for Grant, we always do some sort of board game for each kid, just adding to our collection, something for us to do during the winter months. So Grant got The Floor is Lava. The kids honestly play this all the time just with pillows, so I thought they'd enjoy having an actual game to follow. And then I always get some books for the kids. We love to read here. I love having a big in-home library for them we can just constantly pull from. So I chose Petunia the Goose here for Grant, The 7 Silly Eaters for him. Now for Miss Eleanor, Eleanor is 7. She turned 7 in October. She loves, again, to build things. The two of them are always building things. She loves bugs, she loves animals, and she loves dinosaurs. She is a huge artist. She is drawing every single day, but we got her a ton of stuff for her birthday. She didn't really need anything in that area, and I know my in-laws were getting her some art stuff, so we kept that out of the Christmas gifts. But again, with the Legos, we always get a Lego kit. So this is her big gift. This one was honestly a little bit pricey, but it's a greenhouse, which honestly she did pick this one. I asked her what she wanted for Christmas and she said she wanted a Lego set, so we were looking through them because sometimes, you know how kids are, she just goes through these stages where she doesn't like what I think she likes, and I want to make sure she actually likes what we get her. So she chose this one. This is a pretty difficult one. It says 12 plus. But like I said, we make it a family affair, so Matter, I will help her with this, and quite honestly, she's pretty smart for her age, so she could probably do this no problem. But I mean, this is speaking to my gardener heart. She chose this beautiful greenhouse, and it has like this butterfly atrium, which is super neat. She also got a second Lego set, one that's a bit easier. She loves anything under the sea as well. So we've got a shark. It's a 3-in-1, so it can be a shark, a squid, or an anglerfish. Comes with this little crab and this little treasure chest. This one is fun for her bug adventures. She's always making like bug habitats outside and taking her magnifying glass out and examining things. I got this. Now I don't have batteries in it, but it is an electronic microscope. So it actually has a camera lens in here that you can hold it over whatever it is you want to look at, and it will magnify it here on the screen. And you can even, I believe, take pictures of this. It has like a little SD card in it, and then I could put it on my computer, you know, if she wants to do anything with them. But it has some little buttons here to magnify it. So I think she's going to love this. It comes with like a little lanyard in here as well. So, I mean, both the kids, they'll be going on some bug hunts as soon as the weather is nice. Another bug type thing, this real bug dig kit. There's supposedly real specimen in here. Fortune beetle, a spiny spider, and a scorpion. I was obsessed with all of the National Geographic like dig kits when I was younger, so this is just like total nostalgia for me, but she loves these. Every year we get her some sort of National Geographic science type thing, and she loves them. Okay, I'm not going to take this out of the box, but this is something she's been asking for a really long time, and it's a little bug house. Different little habitats for different types of bugs, bees, ants, what have you. We go to our local greenhouse a whole lot, and they always have these on display there, and she's constantly asking for one, so she got one for Christmas this year. I bet you she's gonna try and set it up in the middle of winter, but we'll set it up properly on like a stake in the garden in the spring. Another bug thing. This cracks me up. Matt and I were having a good chuckle over it. It is a bug vacuum. Just sucks them right up, and then they drop into this little specimen container. So I figured she could suck the bugs up in here and then use her little microscope, the electronic microscope that we got her, to examine her bugs and take notes. She's something else. She also loves Play-Doh, so she got this hairdresser Play-Doh kit. She also got a dinosaur, of course, a Parasaurolophus. There. Now her board game or game that we got for her is Tetris. Another thing that just brings back the memories for me playing Tetris on the Nintendo. Yeah, those were the good old days. So this one says 8+ on it, but I think she'll do just fine, especially if either Matt or I help her. Last two things. I don't know if you remember a few videos back, we had found a tadpole that Eleanor was nursing, feeding, and it had started to grow its legs and absorb its tail. And I kid you not, the day after I uploaded that video, it died. And she was so sad, but she loves learning about life cycles of anything, but especially frogs. She will watch YouTube videos of just tadpoles turning into frogs all of the time. So I found her this sweet little frog. Okay, it's just super cute, but it has this little zipper on its back. And when you open it up, there are tadpoles inside. I believe there's 3. They're all different colors here. And then there's one little baby frog. It's so cute. She is going to love it, and I'm really excited to give her this one. So the first one we got for her is the Little House by Virginia Lee Burton. That one. The Little Red Hen. Of course, we've got to include chickens, our most favorite animal. And we got The Brilliant Book of Bugs. So that's everything I got for each of my kids in that $150 budget for each of them. And then I saw this and I said to Matt that it could be like a joint gift, and it wasn't very expensive. It was between, I think, $20 and $30, and it kind of is a solution to a problem that we're having. It's not like a huge deal, but they love to build forts, and they're constantly taking all of the chairs from the house and dragging them on the floor and running into things and putting dings in the wall, and it's not like a huge deal, but we thought maybe this would work out a bit better. So we got them this fort creator. So it has all of these rods and these connector pieces, and you can configure it however you want. And it's fairly large. Like, you can throw a big blanket over it or some sheets. I have some extras I can give them. So I think they will thoroughly enjoy this, and it'll give them a lot of open-ended play, building things together and, you know, creating castles and forts and such. So that is everything I got my kiddos for Christmas this year. After the cookie dough chilled overnight, it was time to roll out, cut, and bake.
And a pig, and a tractor, and a man, and a pig.
And a pig, and a tractor, and a gingerbread man. And a rooster?
Yeah.
Wow.
They're so cute.
They are very cute. I love giving gifts. It's something I really enjoy, I look forward to, and it blesses me, blessing others. But gifts are never our focus. In this season, we choose to make Jesus our focus here, but we do take this special season as an opportunity to teach our children about giving with a cheerful heart and stewardship of what we have, in hopes that they too will grow up to be givers. Somebody is cut off from sprinkles. I love it. That's a lot of sugar. Sweet memories were made in the kitchen on this day. I laughed quite a bit at my children's love of sprinkles. In years past, they had used a whole lot of sprinkles, but I figured, you know, they're another year older, maybe they'll go a bit easier on them. Nope. No, they did not. They went heavy on the sprinkles, and it was almost like I was punishing them if I asked them to not use so many. So they each got to do a tray however they wanted, and the rest were done a bit more sparingly.
I love
there you go.
Oreos.
Cookie and milk. Yummy.
And milk.
do you think? Was it good stuff?
I ate the wheels.
You ate the wheels.
I ate wheels.
Now that the cookies were done, I had everything I needed to put together my gift baskets. I do think I am going to freeze dry some sort of goodie. I'm thinking maybe cheesecake. I thought that would be fun to give as well. So I'm going to try and get to that today, actually. So I just put some tissue paper in a basket. I did get 2 baskets along with some boxes. So the cookies, the jam, the honey, the beeswax wraps, some salt, some vanilla, and some tallow balm went into the gift basket. So that is all I have for you, my friends. I hope you enjoyed this video, got a little bit of inspiration for gift giving. If you have any questions, please let me know down in the comments. Otherwise, I just love hearing from you. If you did enjoy watching, would you consider giving this video a thumbs up and sharing it with someone who needs some last-minute Christmas gift giving ideas? I thank you for your support. I appreciate you all so much. You have a blessed week, my friend, and I will see you next time. Take care.